Ankita Robin and welcome to SG Global News. From the Holy Father's startling revelation on his birthday about narrowly missing a suicide bombing attack to the tragic death of 3 members of a faithful Catholic family of 5 on their way to Sunday Mass, we have many stories to cover. On the occasion of his birthday, the Holy Father recounted a time he narrowly escaped death. During his historic mission to Iraq, the first visit of its kind by a pope, suicide bombers attempted to target him. Fortunately, the attack failed and the mission continued successfully. Pope Francis celebrates his 88th birthday today. The Holy Father returned to Rome after a brief visit to Corsica, one of the 18 regions of France, to celebrate his birthday. On this day, Pope Francis made a startling revelation. He was the target of an attempted suicide bombing during his historic visit to Iraq 3 years ago. Notably, Pope Francis was the first Catholic pontiff to visit the country, a trip widely regarded as one of his riskiest foreign missions. The revelation was made public through the Italian daily Corriere della Sera, which published an excerpt from the Pope's upcoming autobiography. In the excerpt, the Holy Father wrote, quote, "A woman packed with explosives, a young kamikaze, was heading to Mosul to blow herself up during the papal visit, and a van had also set off at full speed with the same intent." End quote. This announcement serves as a sobering reminder to pray for the safety and well-being of Pope Francis, one of the most influential religious leaders in the world. Columbia University celebrated the confirmation of 20 young adults into the Catholic faith this week. The Columbia Catholic Ministry, a campus outreach that actively proclaims the gospel through worship, community, service, and faith formation, has been instrumental in the revival of Catholic life at the campus. 20 young adults at Columbia University have received the sacrament of confirmation this week. Marina Frattaroli, a Columbia Law School graduate and recent convert to Catholicism, posted pictures of her newly baptized and confirmed friends on X with the note, quote, "New Catholics just dropped. So proud of my friends who joined the church yesterday," end quote. Besides those confirmed, 6 students were baptized into the Catholic Church and 10 received their first Holy Communion on the same day. The students had attended OCIA classes at Columbia Catholic Ministry. Frattaroli, who grew up in a devout Presbyterian family, was drawn to the Catholic Church after she learned about the real presence of Jesus in the Eucharist. Her association with the Catholic ministry was pivotal in her conversion. Columbia Catholic Ministry is dedicated to proclaiming the gospel of Jesus as taught by the Roman Catholic Church on Columbia's campus through the 4 pillars of worship, community, service, and formation. The ministry offers daily mass, confession, adoration, and semesterly retreats besides ample outreach opportunities to serve the homeless. Focus missionaries and Columbia Catholic Ministry students also host weekly Bible studies to encounter God in the scriptures. We have a tragic report from Turlock, California. A Catholic family of 5 on their way to Sunday Mass met with a devastating car accident. The father, mother, and 1 daughter tragically passed away on the spot, while 2 children remain critically injured and are currently receiving medical treatment. The local community has come together in prayer and support for the family, who were widely regarded for their steadfast faith and kindness. In Turlock, California, a devastating accident claimed the lives of 3 members of a Catholic family who were on their way to Sunday Mass. The family, which included a husband, wife, and their daughter, suffered this tragic loss when their Jeep was hit by a 2008 Infiniti sedan at the intersection of Highway 165 and Greenway Avenue around 9:30 a.m. The deceased include Jennifer Laurenko, who was a teacher at Sinclair Elementary School and had been honored as Sinclair's Teacher of the Year for 2023-2024, her husband Daniel, who was driving, and their daughter Maddie. 2 other children from the family are critically injured and currently receiving medical treatment. The driver of the Infiniti, a 22-year-old from Modesto, also perished at the scene and was reported by the California Highway Patrol to have not been wearing a seatbelt. Jessica Cahill, who knew the family well, shared her thoughts on the tragedy. She reflected on her time growing up around the family, always admiring their faith, kindness, and the close-knit nature of their relationships. She noted how Jennifer and Daniel had created a loving family, highlighting Jennifer's warm smile and kind nature. Jessica mentioned she is praying for the entire family during this extremely difficult time, stating that the loss is beyond words. As Pope Francis prepares to canonize Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati during the Jubilee for Young Adults in 2025, Father Juan Gutierrez, the priest who witnessed the miracle attributed to Frassati's intercession, shared the story in a recent press conference. The event was attended by Archbishop Jose H. Gomez of Los Angeles, Monsignor Robert Sarno, former official of the Dicastery for the Causes of Saints, Wanda Gawronska, the niece of Blessed Frassati, and Father Ismail Robles, pastor of St. John the Baptist Parish. The priest who experienced the miracle leading to the canonization cause of Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati recounted his story at a press conference held at St. John the Baptist Parish in Los Angeles County on Monday. Father Juan Gutierrez was a seminarian when the miracle occurred in 2017. The press conference was attended by Archbishop Jose H. Gomez, Archbishop of Los Angeles, Monsignor Robert Sarno, former official of the Vatican Dicastery for the Causes of Saints, Wanda Gawronska, the niece of Blessed Frassati, and Father Ismail Robles, pastor of St. John the Baptist Parish. Father Juan Gutierrez, now a 38-year-old priest, recounted his miraculous healing. In 2017, while a seminarian at St. John's Seminary in Camarillo, California, he sustained an injury to his heel while playing basketball. Initially diagnosed as a pulled muscle, his condition worsened, and on October 31, 2017, an MRI revealed a completely torn Achilles tendon. Faced with the prospect of a major surgery and long recovery process, Brother Juan went to the chapel at his seminary. As he stayed back after the Holy Mass, he was inspired to start a novena. Speaking to the press, Father Juan said that novena was something he had already done as a Mexican. He explained, quote, "Novenas are not magic. They are journeys of prayer, journeys of faith. Sometimes we invite a saint to make that journey to help us pray to God for the need or the intention that we have." End quote. A few days into the novena, while praying in the chapel, Brother Juan experienced a sudden warmth around his injured heel. Concerned, he checked beneath the pew to ensure there was no fire. Finding nothing, he recalled what he had learned during his involvement with the charismatic renewal, that warmth is often associated with healing. His experience was confirmed during a follow-up hospital consultation on November 15th, when doctors discovered that his torn tendon had been completely healed. 3 years later, Monsignor Robert Sarno, a former official of the Vatican Dicastery for the Causes of Saints, began teaching canon law at St. John's Seminary. Brother Juan approached Monsignor Sarno to share his story. Following initial approval from the Vatican, Monsignor Sarno initiated a formal investigation into the potential miracle. With the support of Archbishop Gomez, a tribunal was formed to examine the medical and theological aspects of the case. The results were submitted to the Dicastery in Rome, which thoroughly studied the evidence. Pope Francis has since approved the findings of the medical board, theological consultants, and the cardinals and bishops involved. Monsignor Sarno explained that the Holy Father is expected to convene a consistory in February 2025, where the cardinals and bishops will formally vote on the canonization of Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati. If approved, Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati will be elevated to sainthood on August 3, 2025, the Jubilee Day of Young People. Monsignor Sarno pointed out the striking parallels between Blessed Frassati and Father Juan. Both were young, athletic, and deeply engaged in sports. Additionally, the body of Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati rests in a church dedicated to St. John the Baptist, while Father Juan's first priestly assignment in the Archdiocese was at a parish also dedicated to St. John the Baptist. Monsignor Sarno urged the faithful to imitate Blessed Frassati's holiness and to seek his intercession. Archbishop Gomez also spoke at the press conference, saying, quote, "Miracle is a word that gets overused in our culture and is not well understood. Jesus continues to work miracles from heaven, often through the intercession of the saints who are close to him there." End quote. On August 3rd, Catholics, particularly young Catholics, will have a new saint in heaven to call a friend, the soon-to-be saint, Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati. Spain has reported a significant rise in seminary enrollments for 2023-2024 academic year. With over 1,000 seminarians currently in formation, Spain may be on the verge of overcoming its long-standing vocation crisis. After years of declining number of seminarians, the Catholic Church in Spain is joyfully witnessing a rise in seminary students in the 2023-2024 academic year. According to data released by the Spanish Episcopal Conference, 239 new candidates have entered seminary formation compared to 177 last year. Currently, the total number of seminarians in Spain is 1,036, of which 825 belong to diocesan or conciliar seminaries and 211 are being trained at Redemptoris Mater International Missionary Seminaries linked to the Neo-Catechumenal Way. The Spanish Episcopal Conference attributes the increase in vocations to three factors: the post-pandemic revitalization of the youth and vocational pastoral care of the Church, the World Youth Day celebrated in Lisbon in 2023 in which 100,000 young Spaniards participated, and finally, the continuing fulfillment of God's promise to provide shepherds for his people. Depending on the stage of formation, the average age of Spanish seminarians ranges between 25 and 31 years. However, the number of yearly priestly ordinations continue to hover below 100. Last year, only 85 seminarians were ordained to the priesthood and 69 to diaconate. To promote a desire and need for vocations in the church, the Episcopal Conference is planned to organize a Vocations Congress in February 2025. With just 8 days left until Christmas and 7 days until the beginning of the Jubilee year, Rome is aglow with Christmas lights and sustainable decorations. The Eternal City is preparing to welcome an estimated 30 to 35 million visitors over the coming months. That's all for today. Until we meet again, God bless and thank you.